Bum 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 bum. I woke up with a video game song in my head today. This is rare.
Yeah.
I woke up with, let's see, what was it again? Mario 64. Yeah, it was this. This is the Mario 64 water level music. All up in my brain as soon as I woke up today.
Like an alarm clock.
Yeah. So pretty. This would make a good alarm clock. Dire Dogs, man. I didn't even own a 64. Like, I played that exclusively, like, my friends' houses and stuff. And, like...
Probably saw some videos of people playing it.
No, there were no videos of people playing back in the day.
No, I meant, like, maybe...
Commercials?
Like, emulations and stuff.
No.
No, you didn't, like, watch them.
Well, there were no emulators back then.
Well, I meant, like, recently.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm talking about...
Yeah.
Yeah, no. When I was a kid, I just didn't have access to it all the time, but I played so much of it that the music is, like, stuck in my brain. Lodged in my brain.
Maybe it auto-played in your sleep.
Maybe.
You let your phone auto-play a lot.
Or maybe, yeah, it auto-plays all night. That's right. Got a weasel, it's a teasel, man, weasel got a weasel.
Yeah, they're getting a cricket visit, but you can't really see him with the way the light is right now.
Yeah. He's invisible to you. Nobody ever gets to see cricket during the day. Well, maybe a little.
See his little tongue popping out.
Yeah. There he is. There's the boy. He's very sneaky. He's a sneaky snake at cricket. Donkey Kong Country aquatic ambiance is good too. Yeah, I know. Like the Mario water level music is goated, dude. Look, like the Mario 1 water music is fucking great too. Let's see, Mario 1 water music. Yeah, the underwater theme. The best water, dude. This just feels like floating down the sea. Hello. Good morning. Oh shit. Well, I've got to figure out what day it is today so I can fix my watch. It's the 27th at 8:30. Okay. We can handle that. We can make that work. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. This really is the easiest watch to like wind and set for me. Okay, we want 8:30ish. And then we want the 27th. Boom. Done, and done. Hello, I'm new. Followed you here from the Hellraiser Cinema for Sunix. Cool. Howdy. I chuckled the most I had You guys did your Brood Lord Hillary bit? Yeah, dude. She's evil, man. I'm telling you. You gotta know. You gotta know evil when it's staring you right in the fucking face, you know? You see the latest Hellraiser? Yeah. It's good. It's good. I liked the latest Hulu movie Hellraiser one. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I liked it. New mug? Nope. It's the Senor Tomat mug, the exclusive merch tier mug with Senor Tomat, who died for your sins. He was turned into sauce for your sins. What is this for? What do you want to talk about? I mean, you're looking at what it's for. We just kind of chill. You know, I read the chat. I answer questions. You know, it's, there's no, I don't know. I try to keep the vibe chill, you know. You don't answer mine. Well, I mean, I can't answer everybody's, bud. Go ahead and ask it again. Oh, would recommend smoking weed? That's not a question. That's a statement. You see? I think what you meant was, would you recommend smoking weed? And then a question mark at the end of it. Yeah. You forgot the you and you forgot the question mark. Would I recommend it? Sure. Go for it. Smoke it up. Smoke it if you got it. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Any thoughts on dead internet theory? I mean, I don't really think it's much of a theory, right? Like, we know that, especially places where people congregate publicly, social media stuff, that there are more than likely more bots than people using them. So that's dead internet. That's exactly, you know, like we've reached a point now where there's no way for you to tell whether you're talking to a person who's being honest about themselves, a machine, a child. I mean, I've been, you know, sounding the alarm bells on the internet and its complete uselessness for years now. Nobody seems to care. What are you reading at the moment? I've been working my way through the Tao Te Ching. Yeah, I've been working my way through that. Not a super long book, but I re-listen. But people get addicted. People get addicted to everything. People get addicted to being correct. They get addicted to love. They get addicted to sex, food, exercise. Yeah, reading for spiritual reasons. This year started practicing Zen Buddhism, and so I'm interested in the Tao due to its adjacency to Buddhism. I love your personality. Thanks. I am what I am, and that's all what I am, you know? What do you talk about on a date? That depends on the date, doesn't it? I mean, you should know, I haven't been on a date in a long time. I'm a married guy, you know? I go on dates with my wife, though. What do we talk about? Whatever we're doing, you know? Like we went to see Alien, the new Alien movie, a couple days ago, Sunday. And we went out, we talked about the movie, we talked about the upcoming movies, we made fun of the trailers, we discussed the movie like whispering to each other during it and after, you know. You know, I don't know what drew me to it. I've been an atheist my whole adult life, pretty much. Never really been religious even prior to that. Was raised in kind of like what you'd call like a lapsed Protestant family. Christianity is not for me, although, you know, I was raised around it, and I think that there is, you know, some wisdom to be gleaned from the Bible, as is true for probably every holy book. But I reached a point in my life where I felt like I wanted to have some structure and some ritual and some observance or something, like a spiritual kind of desire. Have something that you know, provided me some comfort and provided me some focus. And it seems to have done that and more. It's like really uh, like helped my mindfulness of my positions and my words and my actions and all of that stuff. And it's helping me to contextualize the different parts of my life, which I really enjoy. You seem pretty zen for the past year or two. I don't know about that, man. I'm a pretty bad Buddhist, but I try. You know what I mean? I really try to intercede when I can. I don't judge myself. Um, and you know, I read the koans, I read the Tao. Um, I listen to lecture series and stuff, and I try and learn. You know, it's interesting to me, and it's a very personal thing. It's something that I don't really need other people for. I don't need to involve other people in. You know, I mean, you guys get to hear about it because it's part of my life, but I don't need a church or a guru or anything like that. I can just do it myself, you know. Yep. Yeah, see, this is one of the reasons why I'm turned off to Christianity, right? Is here's a guy who doesn't know my history, and he's come in here with what seems like a pre-written comment because I mentioned spirituality, and he's here to sell Jesus. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't ever jump down people's throats or try and convert them to Buddhism or try and convert them to my way of thinking. My religious observance is entirely personal, as well it should be, and doesn't require you to join. It doesn't judge you or your life. And I like that. I don't like that you seem to think that you're doing good by being a used car salesman for Jesus in my chat. I'd rather you didn't. I don't like it. I agree with that part. You have a choice, hell or heaven. I just believe that the choice is made now, here and now. You can live in a hell of your own making. You can live in a prison of your own making, lusting after some eternal reward after you croak. Or you can root yourself here in the heaven that we live in. I totally agree with that. You can damn yourself to hell on earth for the rest of your life, living at odd purposes with nature, living at odd purposes with your place, and hoping and praying and lusting after an eternal salvation that never comes. Or you can embrace heaven on earth. You can embrace your existence now. You can embrace your mind and your body and your spirit. You can embrace your interconnectedness with the world. You can let go of your desires and unclench your heart, as the Tao says. You selling Jesus and then getting all cross purpose with me when I have something to say about it doesn't really reflect Jesus very well, does it, Zen? Can you tell me where the Jesus is and you chastising my chat? Can you tell me where the Jesus is and you spamming Rafflemow emojis? Oh, you're selling Jesus. Don't call me young man. You don't know my age. How old are you, bud? You waited until spirituality came up and then you typed a pre-written thing that was filled with a bunch of fake love, and now you're in here showing your true colors. That's a Jesus salesman. I don't see Jesus. By your fruits you shall know them. I'm 23. I'm 44. Quit calling me young man. It's disrespectful. You're the young man. You're a car salesman for religion. And you show your true self when you react with anger and derision. Your Jesus would never. That's one of the reasons that I'm chased away from your religion, is that I see the Jesus in your book and that I don't see it reflected in the followers like you. Just come to the Lord. Yeah. You're not going to be the one to convince me, man. There's not enough Jesus in you. You're not Jesus-like enough. Sorry. You're not going to be the one. You can't be the one because you're not enough Jesus. You don't show enough Jesus. You don't sound like Jesus. You don't talk like Jesus. You don't come at me like Jesus. He's just trolling at this point. I don't think he is. A lot of these religious people don't ever get fucking confronted. And when they do, the true nature of their soul is revealed. They're angry. They're pissed off. That little like, "Ooh, I love you. Jesus loves you. You're my brother" shit was all bullshit. Now we're seeing what's behind it. Anger, rage, otherization, and fear. All of which Jesus warned against. So I think you need to crack your Bible, bud. Quit calling old men young man. Quit being a fucking weirdo. Quit coming at me like a used car salesman for Jesus. Get a little Jesus and come back and try again. Maybe you'll convince somebody then. You think your bad attitude and your shit talk in here is going to convince a single soul of Jesus? You're wrong. You got to show them. If you Christians embodied the Jesus that you preach, I'd be a Christian. That's on you. Yeah. You got yourself a little sermon today, didn't you? Thought you were just going to drop a little Jesus copy pasta, and you ended up going to church. You're welcome. Take me to church, I'll worship like a dog at the shrine of your lies. So something, 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 something to twist the knife. Who sings that song? Do you know?
I think it's Adele.
Is it Adele? Take Me to Church? It's a guy that sings that, isn't it?
Oh, Hosier.
Hosier. Never heard of him. I do believe actions speak louder than words. 100%. They always do. They always do. You know? That's why I try to be mindful of my own shit. You know? I'm not out here proselytizing my religious belief. But I try and let it balance me in all things. I try and put it out even when I'm not putting it out. I fall short of that, but I'm working on it, you know? Dude is probably a couple months older than me and talking like he's the old man that gives you the sword in Legend of Zelda. I know, he kept calling me young man. It's like...
It's your hairline.
Yeah.
He has to believe that you're 20 years younger.
Well, I asked him, like, how old are you to call me young man? And he said he's 23. I was like, quit being disrespectful. You're the young man. Into Nordic religion? No. I mean, I like the mythology of it. I like the story of it and stuff, but I'm not into the religion. Paganism.
The reason why I thought it was Adele at first is because it was like one of those talent show songs that was like sung, like it was that one, and it was a couple Adele songs that like everyone fucking sang. It's a talent show.
Yeah.
Do you have any talent show staples at your school, or you didn't do them very much?
I did them. I blew out the talent show. They actually made it because my dad was so awesome to where we were just like a feature at the talent shows. When I say we, I mean me and my friend John. Yeah. Because my dad would rig up the craziest shit for us, dude. The craziest shit. We did this one. You remember that song Fat by Weird Al Yankovic?
I don't.
So it's Michael Jackson's Bad, but he did Fat instead. I'm fat, you know it, right? So my dad rigged us up with these inner tubes underneath our clothes, and we put on big baggy clothes, and each of us had a hose, and he was outside with an air compressor, and because in the video, Weird Al starts off as Weird Al, and then slowly it's a big special effect. He becomes a big fat guy. And so like we start dancing and lip syncing to the Fat song. Everybody's laughing, and then all of a sudden, my dad, you know, at a preconceived time, turns on the air compressor outside, and we start blowing up. The place went nuts, bro. My mom made us costumes. While my mom and John's mom worked together to make us costumes one year for we did Jailhouse Rock by Elvis, and the front half of the costume, if you were facing the audience, was a cop. So we would do "Don't want to a party in the county," just looking all mean, you know. We were twirling these like batons, two cops standing there. And then I began to sing, "Should have rock that jailbird sing," and rock. When the song would hit, we'd turn around. The other side was prisoners, and we had these goofy masks on the back of our head. It was great. It was great, dude. It was bomb. My mom's got video of both of them.
Oh,
Yeah. So after that second year, they talked to my dad because they were like, "Look, dude, a lot of these kids, like, you know what I mean? They're just lip syncing a song and they're never gonna win. So we're just gonna make you guys like a special event." So at school, from like I think fourth grade through sixth grade, or third grade through sixth grade, John and I every year were like the big finisher, but we didn't get to compete. It was fun though.
Wasn't there something else that like you couldn't win because you'd won it too many times before?
I was in high school. It's the Amador State Shakespeare Championships. We won it 2 years in a row, and the third year we came back and they knew we were going to win it again, and so they had some sort of meeting, pulled our teacher in and told her like, "Hey, other schools aren't going to want to come because they're going to feel like we're just giving it to your school." And she was like, "So you're going to punish my kids for working hard and being the best. We're not going to punish them. They're going to be, we're making a new rule that the champion from last year comes back." And she was like, "Well, what about the kids that are new? Like, I get freshmen coming in, so they don't get to compete this year. So the freshmen that are in my shows and my monologues this year don't get to compete because my seniors last year did too good." But to this day, that rule is in place at the Amador competition. They run it every year, and if you win last year, you're out of it next year
I see.
because of Madera High. Fucked. That sucks, because I guarantee you if it was some fucking like
Sports thing, they don't give a
well,
fuck.
see, it's not just public schools, it's private acting schools and stuff. These like rich kids go to these acting private schools. That's why
They
their
want to be able
mom,
to sell it.
yeah, mom and dad paid $200,000 for my fucking education over here. Mom and dad want me to bring home the trophy. Why is this shitty little cowtown public school from the middle of nowhere in California winning every year? It was bullshit. But that just goes to show you, man, that your achievement is only step one. Because there's this thought that if you can just achieve, then nobody will be able to take it from you. Nobody will be able to gainsay you if you can just achieve. And I learned from that, you can't. Achievement is step one. Like, solidifying your achievement and living it is step two. And that's sometimes people will intercede before you get to that point. When you win a Michelin star, they can just be taken away as easily as given. Well, yeah, as well they should be. A Michelin star...
Well, that's a dynamic thing.
Yeah.
It's not like...
A Michelin star is like the Michelin Corporation puts out this fucking thing, and their reputation is on it. It's a traveler's guide for the best food in the world. And if you get a Michelin star, and then all of a sudden your standards slip, and now
you start just doing weird shit.
Right, now you're serving slop. Michelin doesn't want their name appended, so they come back and make sure that you've maintained your standards. That makes sense. A Michelin star is less of an award and more of an endorsement.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's no like hard and fast rules about like what makes it worthy of a Michelin star. Just like, does this seem cool enough to stop?
Yeah,
That's
is
why they're
this
all like those weird fancy restaurants with like weird little designs and tiny plates and shit.
Yep. So I'm gonna shoot off that text. Sorry. Ball's in his court. I got my ring dang dong on. Hold on, I think I got. Oh. Do not disturb off.
Okay. Do not.
Thank you. Okay, so we're good. Paul, what's the best burger you ever had? Ooh, you know what? There used to be this restaurant, and I don't think it exists anymore, in Santa Cruz, California. The name of the restaurant, it was a restaurant and bar called Positively Front Street, and it was on Front Street in Santa Cruz. And Positively Front Street had a burger called the Thurber Burger. I think they named it after somebody, Thurber. It was hard to say, Thurber Burger, but memorable. It's got that weird, like, tongue twister alliteration. And when I was a kid, that was, I in my memory, I haven't had a Thurber Burger probably since I was like 8 or 9. But in my mind, that's the fucking pinnacle burger. Thick patty on it, juicy, just like served to you super hot, like flame licked, you know what I mean? Good fries on the side. You know, just a good standard, bog standard cheeseburger, but just elevated, like in my mind as a kid, to better. You know what I mean? I used to just, like, every time we got to go to Santa Cruz, it was like, we got to get a Thurber, you know? And I've never really felt that way about a burger joint. Like, man, I gots to get a burger. Like, my favorite burger here locally, if I was going to get a big meat burger, comes from Colorado Grill, which is like a West Coast franchise place. They make big diner-style hamburgers on a big flat-top grill. Everything, you know, kind of made the patties from scratch and the whole nine. And the burger is good. Like, for me, a hamburger, like, the more complex you make it, like, I watch, you know, shorts like everybody does sometimes. I'll be scrolling those while I'm taking a shit or trying to go to sleep. And there's all these things where it's just like, you gotta try this burger. And it's like a hamburger, but it's got like candied jalapeno gravy drizzled all over it. And then it's deep fried and it's fucking, you know what I mean? Like, the more complex you try to make a burger, the further away you get from making a stellar burger in my mind. Like, the more steps you take to like add things, special candied bacon and this, that, the more shit you have to add to a burger to make it special, the less special it is to me. A burger is bread, cheese, meat, and fixings. Okay? And if you can elevate that and make a hot, juicy, thick, perfectly seasoned burger, on an artisan bun with fresh veggies on it, fresh mayo, chipotle, you know, whatever. You're making your own little sauce. You sauce it up. That is the pinnacle. You are in the running, at least, for the pinnacle. If you've got a Whiskey River double dipped, flip the script, jalapeno burger bun, Halloween style, fucking dipped in candy, you know, like all that shit. Yeah, it might be a good ass burger, you know, but it ain't gonna touch. It ain't going on my list anywhere. Nowhere. You're trying too hard, you know. I'll take 4 double cheeseburgers, fully loaded. Paul, your burger takes give me cancer. Oh, okay. What the fuck do you know about a burger if you don't like a simple cheeseburger? Why the fuck would your burger takes, you know, or my burger takes being disagreeable to you even fucking matter to me at that point? No. The best burger does not have anything complex about it. Go look at what the first hamburger is, okay? The first hamburger served commercially here in the United States, like the first what we would identify as modern hamburger. The place is still open. And they've got a special rack. It's something that they built for themselves. It squeezes the burger and then they go up and go sideways into this thing. And when it comes out, it's not a burger bun, it's literally sandwich bread that they've toasted. White sandwich bread. They lay the burger on it. You get a layer of mayo and a layer of mustard, other thing, and they serve it. And this place is hopping 24/7, 365. Louis Lunch is the name of the place. That proves to you that the art of a burger is in its simplicity. The more complex you add, the more candied bacon that you have to prep, the more double dipped that you gotta do, the more fucking jalapeno fucking chunks you have to sprinkle in the dough, the more fucking ridiculous the bun is, you know, the more ridiculous the presentation is, the more thick the Gruyere cheese is on it. It's just like, sometimes you'll get like a burger and it's like the Gruyere burger, you have to try it. And it's like literally just a half pound of Gruyere cheese melted over what's probably just like a steamed gray burger at that point. Because the cheese, the heat from the cheese is going to continue cooking the meat. So you've cooked the meat to gray, which kills the juiciness of the burger. So now you got a dry burger covered in a half pound of Gruyere cheese. And everybody goes like, you got to try this, bro. It's like, huh? Now, people just don't understand simplicity anymore because everything's so dodeca, you know?
That's why I don't like the whole Michelin star restaurant thing anyways, because it's like, it's more about spectacle than about like a good meal.
Sometimes it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is. I agree. Sometimes they're going like, oh, this is an event. But there are places like Jiro's sushi shop. 3 Michelin star sushi shop, and it's in a strip mall. You know what I mean? There's 10 seats. It's not flashy. It's literally just straight up sushi. So they do, it's both. You have to look into the Michelin restaurants. I've only been to one in my life. I got to go to the French Laundry, and you can look it up. It's like, I think it used to be owned by Marco Pierre White. I got to eat at the French Laundry in San Francisco, or I think it's in Oakland, maybe. Back when I was like in my 20s. And that I think is a single Michelin star restaurant.
It says it's in Youreville.
Okay, yeah, so it's up in the Bay Area. It's like it's up in the like kind of like the foothills or whatever. Okay, let's see what we got.
What?
He just said, I'll run and get it done for you. He's not already working on it. Doesn't already have it. Dude, I would have been up at 7 this morning. So if he ain't got it for me in like 2 hours, I'm just gonna tell him, you know what, bud? Tired of waiting? I don't know what the problem is, but thank you for your time. You can spend your time finding somebody else because you're wasting it with me. This is just bullshit. Once all this is completed, one way or the other, I'll tell you guys a story. How's that? Tell you guys a story of a company that doesn't seem to want thousands of dollars. Unbelievable, bro.
The work ethic.
Yeah.
The landlord.
Yeah, the amount of time and effort and care that a person is willing to put into a contract for thousands of dollars. One would think it would be very specific and carefully looked at, but one would be wrong. One would be wrong. He may as well have passed the contract to his niece and given her a crayon to fill it out. And I've been on the hook for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Waiting for a contract I can sign. Oh my God. So today's the day. I told him yesterday, drop dead, bro. Tomorrow you've got me a contract that's clean and I can sign, or you're finding another person. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I'll be on it, dude. All right. Well, let's get it. Dude, after the fuck ups, okay, I'm just gonna tell you guys the whole thing because I've already told you the basics. So we've been for 2 weeks now. This dude has had a house for us. He runs a company. He runs a management company that has multiple properties that they manage. He's been trying to place us in one of his properties. He found one for us. We agreed to it. This was 2 weeks ago. Okay, dude, yeah, I'll get you a contract. Never came.
It took a whole week.
Took a week for him to get back to us after that. Then he got back to us. Okay, dude, yeah, I'll get this done. Sends us a contract. Literally, like, our names are on it. His name's on it in a couple of places, but everything else is blank. And we go, all these check boxes, all these stipulations, all these extra things about parking and storage and pets. And he looks at it and he goes, oh, yeah, that stuff is supposed to be filled out. You know, the automated system's supposed to do that. I'll fix it and get back to you. It's another 2 days, right?
No, it's a whole weekend.
A whole weekend, yeah. Right? It's Thursday. He goes, I'll get back to you. And then he lets me know at the end of day Thursday, I can't get to it this week. I'm so busy this weekend. Monday or Tuesday of next week, though. So yesterday was Monday. I called him up. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll send that to you. He sends it to me. It's fucked up again. Incomplete. It's like he checked a couple boxes, added a couple of things, but most of it's still blank. And so I go, dude, I'm on the phone with him. And I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to be a stickler here, but I am not signing a contract for thousands of dollars and it ain't complete. Oh, I understand, dude. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand, dude. I'll fix it, dude. I'll fix it. And instead of going like, I'll fix it right now, because it was like 5:30 when I was calling him. End of day for business. But he's got me now. I'm ready to sign. How about I'll fix it right now? No, can't do it. Can't fix it right now. I'll get back to you tomorrow morning. Dude, if that was me, see, this is what fucks me up. If that was me, and I had dumble fucked a contract twice to a dude that's been so patient with me, I would have been up all fucking night cooking, double, triple checking that contract, getting it pristine so that it would be in his email box when he woke up. I just reached out to him at 9 a.m. and he said, oh yeah, dude, I'll run and go get that done for you. When? I've got 3-4 hours till I gotta be fucking working. I'm not gonna sign a fucking contract in the middle of work.
I got shit to do today.
Amelia's got fucking shit.
I thought we were gonna take care of it yesterday.
Yeah, this was all supposed to be done yesterday. Amelia's got a booked day. I've got a booked day. And he don't have it ready first thing in the fucking morning. So he's on the clock. He's on the clock. Because I've had enough. I really want to move to this little town, and it's a 1-year lease, so even if it sucks, I can get out of it, and at least I'll be there. So I can find a better place. But I'm willing to fucking postpone that, because if this motherfucker sends me another fucked up contract or doesn't get back to me in a couple hours here, done. Done. I wouldn't be talking to this guy, Jareth, if I wasn't like in the midst of a month-long attempt to try and move to this, to get out of this fucking town and get to a place where I want to be. I don't trust this person, neither do I. But a contract is a contract. I don't trust a landlord, period.
Yeah, that's why we want a decent contract.
Right.
Because at the very least, that's something, it's a tool we have if he
It
comes
isn't-
up later.
It is not luck, Abby. I know it seems like, oh, you just got bad luck with landlords and shit. No, this is just how it is, bro. Your money doesn't buy you a fucking thing. Doesn't buy you customer service. It doesn't buy you peace of mind. It doesn't buy you maintenance. It doesn't buy you anything. You're literally their servant, and you get to pay for it. I don't trust a landlord as far as I can pick one up and throw one. I don't care who they are or what they are. But you give me my clean contract, and I'll take you to court if you fuck me. And I'll win. Give me a bullshit contract that's half filled out. I ain't signing that. You must be joking.
That's just asking to get fucked.
This is like the fact that this guy can't produce a contract that he's double checked and triple checked.
He's not, it's a template.
It's a template. It literally is. He could go in and just go bloop, bloop, bloop. It's a PDF that he edits. Bloop, 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 bloop. Double check, triple check, quadruple check, quintuple check, send. 20 minutes. Not 2 weeks. Yeah. He runs a whole fucking management group.
But if we don't fill out something like that the next day, then we're on the shit
Oh yeah.
list.
If we're a day late paying rent.
Yeah.
Or if we don't cut the grass early enough and it gets too tall, he's gonna be right down our asses. But for some reason, 2 weeks he can't get me a clean contract to sign.
On an idiot-proof template.
And literally idiot-proof. People just don't care. How's this motherfucker making money? See, we wanted another property. It was actually better for us.
Yeah.
And we have a clean-ass fucking, like, it took him forever to process our app, and then he goes like, oh, somebody applied before you did, and we gave it to them.
But the only reason we were waiting is because they didn't say whether they allowed pets
Right.
or not. So we had to wait for them to say yes, and as soon as they said yes, we did it.
And then he goes like, I got a couple more properties coming up. If you want, I can keep your app for those, and I'll just process it for that. I said, yeah, man, that'd be cool. I got a hold of him a couple weeks later, like he said to, and he said, oh yeah, I got this property coming up. That was 2 weeks ago. And here we sit.
And not like it's going to be ready soon. It's like they had listed it saying it was available now.
Yeah, yeah.
So is it
They
available now or it's not?
They listed it on Zillow after he had already told me that he's giving me a contract and that it's going to be starting at the beginning of the middle of last week.
Yeah.
So he did that, and then the listing pops up on Zillow while we're waiting for the contract, and it's like, So I don't know what the fuck kind of scam is being run or whatever, but he's got today. If he sends me a clean contract, that's all that matters. Because I can sue him after that and win. But if he's gonna if he dumbasses this one up or doesn't get back to me in a couple hours, it's Youre for him. The fucking complete incompetence is unbelievable. I would be so embarrassed if I were him. This is a business person that I'm calling as a grown ass man to go like, hey, can I have the house maybe? And he just he's retarded. So you know what I mean? I don't know how this works. I don't know how anybody thinks that this is a functional way to do business. But that's just the way it is. Get Wet Shard out of here. Can't read the room. Trying to be funny when he's not. Get him. Nuked. Oh, he cares if I rent for him. He told us his tenant is pushing him to get somebody in there. His tenant is tired of eating the mortgage.
You mean the property owner.
The owner,
Tenant,
yeah.
yeah.
Not the tenant, the owner.
Yeah.
So the person he's representing on the property side wants somebody in there like 2 weeks ago. They're sick of paying. They're sick of eating their fucking rent. They want to start making money. So he's got a lot of pressure on him both ends to get this done, and he's not rising to the task. If he doesn't come through with this, I was thinking about it the other day. I'm going to look up who owns that house, and I'm going to write them a fucking email or a letter and say, hey, with screenshots and everything, here's Kevin, your property manager. That's his name, Kevin. Here's Kevin failing to produce a clean contract for 2 weeks and losing you a $20,000 contract.
And leaving their ass exposed.
Yeah.
Because there's things that weren't checked that would have been beneficial for
Oh, yeah.
them.
If we would have signed that contract, we could have fucked him.
Yeah.
We could have filled stuff out that he left blank and gone like, hey, man, why are you not upholding this deal? You said you'd handle the lawns. Oh, no, that's not our thing. Well, right here on the contract, it says right here. Checked. Look, the box is checked. Signed by both of us. What's up? Unreal, dude. Lighter go.
Oh, sorry.
It's all, no, it's all good. So if this comes down and he doesn't come through, I'm going to see if I can find this person that owns this property. I want them to know that they're doing business with somebody that just cost them their mortgage this month and a $20,000 contract with a tenant that pays on time every time. I'm a gold star tenant. I don't fuck up. I auto fucking pay my bills every month. It just comes out of my bank account. I don't fuck up. I'm a gold star tenant. No fucking criminal history, no evictions, gold star fucking credit rating. You just lost a tenant that would have paid you 20 grand plus over the next year because this guy couldn't come up with a fucking clean contract for 2 weeks and kept us on the hook for it. Just wanted to let you know, sincerely.
It's like he could have filled that out before it was even like ready. 'Cause
Yeah.
He knew that we wanted it.
He should have the template mostly filled out with their rules for the property, where all he has to do is put our name
Yeah.
and everything.
And the dates.
Yeah, and the dates. When does it start? When does it end? What's due now? Here's your name. Here's your wife's name. Here's my name. There you go. That's all it should have been. 2 dirty contracts now. Not dirty, but just incomplete.
Yeah. There was one page of it I saw that had someone totally different's name on it.
On the contract they sent us?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the owner.
Maybe.
Maybe that's the owner's name. That'll make it easy on us then.
Or it could be someone else applying too. If
Yeah,
he's- maybe
if
he's
they-
mixing up 2 different things.
This is what I'm talking about. If we're
If
going,
he's sending it to 2 different people.
we're
at
fine
once.
tooth combing, and if there's one mistake,
Yeah.
thank you for your time, but you can't make a contract.
Yeah.
And then we're reaching out. I'm gonna see like what are our options with like the Chamber of Commerce or whatever, because this ain't business.
Well, it's like, have to be like the board that licenses him. Like, you
Okay.
want to let this guy keep his license when he can't.
Yeah, he sent us 2 contracts that were incomplete
It had
and kept us on
wrong
the
information.
hook with promises, verbal agreements on email to get things done, and just spaced it for 2 weeks, and then sent us 2 dirty contracts. You want this guy to continue to be licensed under the state of California? I fucking hate this shit, dude. I am not that type of dude either. I'm not a
They
Karen.
really try to make it idiot proof.
No, it is
There's
idiot
a
proof.
template for everything you could possibly need.
It
as
is
a
idiot
landlord.
proof. It's 100% idiot proof. So this guy must be an idiot.
Yeah.
He must be below an idiot.
I'm sure if you have an account with them, you can just fill it in without even a third-party PDF editor. I'm sure they have a thing where you just type it
This
in.
dude has secretaries and stuff that seem more competent than him. He could train one of them to fill out the template and get it, and we would have been done. He'd have had our money, and we'd be on our way. I can't, bro. And it's just like, this ain't a $5 bottle of soda pop we're talking about here. It's a $20,000+ contract for a year. It's like a quarter of this dude's nut for a year, and he can't get it done.
Yeah, and the people that hired him are just eating their mortgage.
Yeah, they're just eating it. Every day that goes by, they're paying money that could have been paid by a tenant. And I want them to know that. Like, they need to know that. This guy is absurd. Why? He still doesn't have it. He didn't even work on it. He didn't even work on it last night. Or call somebody and tell them, get this filled out so I can double check it.
Yeah. Like,
This would have been in my I would have had that in his shoe on the other foot.
Yeah.
He would have woke up today to a beautiful contract and a text saying, "Hey man, worked all night, got that contract perfect for you.
When you get a chance.
When you get a chance, sign it."
Yeah. Like, have a little patience with us. But
I don't know, man. Look, dude, I'm way more patient than I used to be. This would have been over weeks ago with 20-year-old Paul, but I've learned that a little patience goes a long way and a little understanding goes a long way. I've really tried to frame this guy in my mind as we go forward in the best possible light.
he just made a mistake.
He's a young guy. Something didn't save. His software fucked up. He's got a lot of irons in the fire. He's making a lot of money and he's starting out. I'm just tried to paint the best picture of this guy in my mind so that we can just get this done and move forward with our plans. And it's every step of the way, I have given charitability and he's given incompetence. So today is, I mean, he literally should have it to me now. I'll run and get it done for you. What do you mean you'll run? Why can't you do it from home? You don't have a laptop? This is what I'm talking about, bro. He's on the clock, bro. Noon. If I ain't heard from him by noon, I'm just going to send him a text saying, "Hey, dude, I have to work now. And it's clearly not going to get done today because I work all day and into the night. So best of luck, man. But I'm gonna look at other options. See ya." You're definitely going to get an excuse. Oh, he's been nothing but excuses and apologies and bullshit. Yeah, he's got to ride his mule down the mountain pass to the printing press. It's like, what? You don't have a laptop at your house with all of your shit connected to it that you can just do this on? You've got to run into town, into the fucking thing. Like, what kind of fucking dude are you? How are you running a whole ass company with multiple properties and like secretaries and shit? Yeah, I would think that this template could be filled out from his phone or a tablet, let alone a laptop from his house, let alone a standalone computer from his house, let alone one of his secretaries could have done it yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, there's just so many things that could have happened, clearly, that didn't happen. So... Oh, trust me, I know Maxwell. Is this indicative of every... See, here's the only thing that gives me pause on that. He's not the dude that handles day-to-day questions about the property. He's got a team of people. I kept calling at first the office that he works out of, and a lady would answer who seems pretty competent. But she would say, like, "I wish I could help you with, but I don't do the contract stuff. I'm a property management person. I'm your once you get your lease, I'm your contact person for broken sink, broken toilet." You know what I mean? And she seems like she'd probably be on the ball.
Well, I'm looking into him.
Oh yeah?
He's not a young guy.
Oh really?
He's been a realtor since 2011.
Okay.
So maybe he just got into property management.
Maybe. 2011. So he's probably in his 30s then.
Yeah.
See, this guy comes off to me like he's 23 and got money. 23 and he hit big on a land deal or something, made $1 million, started a business, and he's got money and he's got all these irons in the fire and he's expanding, and he doesn't know what to do with it, and he doesn't know how to handle his time. That's the picture I painted for this guy. This guy, if he's been a realtor since 2011, there's a good chance this guy is like mid 30s, late 30s. So, yeah. What? Keep looking, keep digging, see if you find any other bullshit. Dude, this is not even the runaround though, because it's like I have nothing on the line other than my time. He's got $20,000 and a tenant barking down, or an owner barking down his neck to get his fucking place filled.
It's like he's one of those finance guru guys.
Oh, he does videos and shit. Okay. Well, this might be fun then. I didn't know he was a content creator. Okay. Okay. No wonder he was so interested when he Googled me and found the drunken peasant shit. He was excited about that.
He probably would have been bugging you.
Yeah, most landlords wouldn't be excited about that.
Yeah.
He's excited. Okay. All right. I'm starting to smell something. Is this a fucking work?
I don't know if it's a work. I think
Is this a dude that knows me? That's because we reached out to them.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm a paranoiac, bro.
No, I think it's more that maybe it's just the property management thing is new and he's just been selling houses and the property management's at the bottom of his list because he wants to sell houses instead. And he just doesn't.
Why hasn't he hit us up to sell us a house then?
Yeah.
What? I've told him multiple times, like, we're looking to own in this area and we want to be renting adjacent so we can look at properties. Am I getting trolled? No, I don't think so. This would be an elaborate troll, though.
I think this, like, maybe he just started doing the property management and he's more used to selling and it's just not his biggest earner, so it's on the bottom of the pile.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
He just doesn't he devotes like 2% of his brain power to it.
Well, I don't think that, I think he's just got 2% of normal human brain power as it is. Oh, I'm good. How do you make sure that you don't look like a fucking horse's ass with your clients? How do you make sure you don't look like a retard with your clients? He's got a, we were in there, Amelia showed me a video. He's got a video like, what is appropriate attire for a real estate mogul or whatever the fuck? It's like, how about you do a video about how to make a monkey could fill it out template for leasing and have it ready to go so that you don't look like a horse's ass and keep tenants and owners on the hook for 2 weeks. How about a video about that? How about less time spent making videos about how you should dress to be a real estate tycoon and more time spent fucking doing real estate? How about that? Oh my God, this guy's a piece of work, bro. He's a piece of work. You know what the funny thing is? I'm not a Karen. I'm a real tolerant dude. I understand customer service can be tough. I understand people fuck up. Humans are humans.
You only get this upset when there's like thousands of dollars that you're trying to give
Yeah.
else.
I've been sitting with a check in my hand for thousands of dollars trying to hand it to this dude and he just keeps fumbling it. Keeps fucking dropping the bag and I lose respect every second for somebody like that. Because if somebody was trying to contract me and my end of it was 20 grand this year, dude, I'd have been backflipping to get that contract to them. I just showed up in a fucking negligee and offered my services. 20 grand? Plus, it's more than 20 grand, honestly. Unbelievable. Maybe he's discriminating against you? Based on what?
If
This
he was
is
discriminating, he would have just ghosted us.
Yeah, he would have. That's what happens when one of them finds something that they don't like about you. I'm assuming sometimes it's just Googling my name and finding out I'm a content guy. They just ghost you because because it it opens them up to discrimination lawsuits if they tell you, oh, we don't want a content creator in here, or we don't like this, because it's like like I said, I'm a gold star tenant. I pay my rent on time, no evictions, no criminal history, great credit score, willing to show my financials and show I got money in the bank, the whole nine. I'm a gold star guy. You want me in your house if you're a landlord. You want me. So it makes no fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense other than we've created a system that allows people to fumble the bag and still get rich. I don't get it. I have never in my life seen a landlord fumble the bag this hard this many times in a row. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's thousands of dollars. An ongoing thousands of dollar contract for a year's worth of money. And he's fumbled the check 15 times now. It's like, nah, dude. And it ain't just him. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to just pile on this dude. Like once again, I still have a little bit of empathy for Guy. He's busy. He's rich. You know what I mean? He's trying to make money. Got a lot of irons in the fire, trying to do it all himself, whatever. But I just feel like, when Amelia and I went to go buy our new car, like the first half of that was like pulling teeth to get these motherfuckers to take our money. And then when I had to get brolic about it. And when I did, all of a sudden we had an attentive salesperson that was willing.
His fucking
Oh yeah, he earned his commish. He went above and beyond and then some to make sure we got that car exactly how we wanted it.
He stayed well after hours. He doesn't just be like, oh, it's closing time.
Nope.
I'm gonna go home now.
Nope. But it took me raising my voice to a manager about how stupid their fucking guy was and how dismissive and rude he was and how shitty he was as a car salesman. And how I felt like he was trying to chase my thousands of dollars out their door and send me to the competition. You know? That's what it took for me to get helped. And yesterday, because I've been totally chill with this landlord dude, yesterday I sent him a text because he sent me this apologetic text. Like, dude, I'm so sorry. This has been such a mess. And I'm like, Guy, it's all right. But I listed everything. I was like, we've been on hold for 2 weeks. The window for us to move during downtime at my work has come and gone. So now that's fucked. Now I'm going to have to take time off of work to do this and lose more money. We can't book a moving company because I don't have a lease. I can't put in my 30-day notice at the current property because we don't have a lease. And he's like, I totally understand, dude. I'll have it ready to go in the morning. I text him. He goes, oh, I'm going to run over there and do it right now. Yeah, that's what I want. I want you to do it last minute at the last second and rush job it. He's on the clock, bro. He's on the clock. This motherfucker 23 minutes ago. How long does it take? 23 minutes ago, I'll get it done. What do you mean you'll get it done? Like I had to remind you. This wasn't put at the top of your shit. You didn't make an alert on your phone like, hey, 5 a.m., get lease done for Paul. You didn't?
He's the owner. It's not like he's like, I'm not doing work off the clock. It's like,
you're the owner.
Yeah.
I'm a business owner. I don't have a clock.
You're not just like, oh shoot.
Well,
it's 10 o'clock. The show's over.
Yeah,
No matter what.
Yeah. I wanted to scalp another $500 or $600 in donos tonight, but it's 5:30. That's quitting time. That's just not how it works when you own a business, dumb fuck. Sorry, I wish it did. He got other offers. I don't think so. If he got other
Well, 'cause,
offers,
like,
then take one.
Yeah, technically we've been in this relationship with him for over a month.
Yeah, it's over a month he's been working with us on this. If
we had
he's
applied to a previous one like a month ago.
yeah, yeah, we've been doing this fucking dance with him for over a month, and
So I
for
don't know
2
how
weeks,
much more ground floor we could possibly get.
for 2 weeks we've had a verbal agreement on this place. So I don't know what the point is here. He sent us 2 contracts, trying to get us to sign shitty contracts like I'm 10-year-old or something. It's like, you think I'm fucking, you know my age. You did my background check. You think I'm gonna fucking sign a contract that's blank and let you fill it in later? Mm-mm. I ain't a retard. Gonna need it. Gonna need the contract to be I need you to double check it. Okay, I'll do that. Takes him all fucking weekend to do it. I have to chase after it yesterday. He sends it, and it's fucked. Twice.
Because, of course he didn't get back to us till like 4:30, and by the time we talked a little bit after 5, but it must have been like, oh, it's a little after 5, I'm going home right now.
It's just like, what the fuck, bro? Just retarded. Maybe he's into you and doesn't want to lose you, then he's doing a bad job. Should have had that fucking thing in my inbox this morning. When I woke up, I should have went like, oh God, let me check my phone. Oh shit, I got an email. Let me see. Oh fuck, it's a contract and it's beautiful. Perfect. Cool. That's how my day should have started today, and it didn't. Or every landlord is like this. We've created a system. You know the term landlord is an old term, very old term, right? We've created a system that mirrors landlords of old, lend-lease sharecropper barons who owned a big piece of farmland, parceled it out, and let peasants live there in exchange for their labor. That's basically the system we've created again. These people can be lazy, stupid, incompetent, flaunt the law, be slow on their end of the bargain, and there's really nothing you can do. And you, as the tenant, have to be fucking Johnny on the spot. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, Baron. Would you like prima nocta with my wife, Baron? Would you like me to kill my dog as a sacrifice to your greatness, Baron? Sure, I'll do that, Baron. Yes, land baron. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't smoke marijuana on the property, Baron. Oh, I apologize, Baron. I'll definitely quit smoking marijuana just for the privilege, Baron, of living in your shitty little shitbox house, Baron. Please, Baron. Please, land baron. Please don't kick me out. Please, please, I'll pay more. Oh yeah, you can jack up the rent, land baron. You can jack up the rent with no value added, land baron. Oh, I love it. Thank you. $200 extra a month. Oh yeah, that seems fair, land baron, considering you've done nothing to improve the property, land baron. Thank you so much, land baron. Oh God, thank you for the privilege, land baron. You know what? You're right, E-Train. I'm done. What do you think, babe? I'm done.
Yeah.
He should have had it done today. This is just a sign.
Yeah. I would. Yeah.
My guy. Sorry, baby, but unless you,
No,
I'm not trying to put you on.
objecting.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot. If you want to, if you want to step away and have a private discussion about this, we can do that.
No, I'm just saying, like, do you need me right now?
But we were pretty much on the same boat about this. Are you cool with that? I'm done.
Yeah.
This is shade upon shade. My guy, we should have had a clean and clear contract over a week ago. In your position, I would have had, in your position, after 2 weeks and 2 hilariously unfinished, incomplete, incomplete contracts, I would have had it done and ready for signature yesterday, let alone by 10 a.m. the next day. Best of luck. We'll be pursuing other options. My guy, we should have had a clean and clear contract over a week ago. In your position, after 2 weeks and 2 hilariously incomplete contracts, I would have had it done and ready for signature yesterday, let alone by 10 a.m. the next day. Best of luck. We will be pursuing other options.
It's just like
Too much.
it's been like way too long. You could have done it from scratch in this amount of time.
Now, I would like you, if you have time today, let's see if we can find that owner. Because I feel incumbent. If I was a property owner, I would want to know that level of incompetence was costing me money. So I want to take some screenshots, send them the text messages, send them the email communiques, send them the 2 hilariously bad, incomplete contracts that they sent, and I let them know that they've lost them a tenant. I want to know his response. I don't. It doesn't matter to me now. I've severed the tie. And there it goes. So here's his response. Sounds good, Paul. I will not send the lease over. Good luck. Doesn't give a fuck.
He probably hadn't even started it yet.
Yeah.
Like, because if he had it even remotely close to done, he'd be like, wait, 5 minutes, I swear.
No. He hadn't even started it.
Yeah.
Not even an apology. Yeah. Not even a sorry for fucking you over. Sorry for fucking up your whole fucking 2 weeks. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to find out who licenses these people. And I want to send them all this evidence. Fill out the fucking formal complaint. There's got to be like a housing board of Crescent City. I want to get on with them. I want to get on with I want to try and find this fucking person that owns this home and send them a registered letter or something with all this info, letting them know. If you're not that, I am stressed about it. It sucks to be jerked around, and this is the second time we've been fully jerked around by somebody down in this little town, but
We're out.
this time, though, this is a real deliberate jerk around.
Because, yeah, he's not like a baby realtor. If
Mm-mm.
he can sell houses, he can manage properties.
That response, yeah, I know. That isn't in me. I need you guys to know that. That level of lack of fucking straight up customer service shit, when that's the core of my job, that isn't in me, dude. That kind of incompetence and flippancy just is not in the wheelhouse, bro. At all. I'm gonna block this fucking number because I don't want this motherfucker reading me, sending me shit ever again. How do I block this fucking shit? Hide alerts, I guess, is the best I can do. Done. I don't want want to hear from that fucking piece of shit ever again. Oh yeah, he's too busy to have a laptop at his house and get this done last night so he could send it to me to start a business today so I could not be put out. I'm in the middle of working trying to work this out for him. He doesn't give a fuck. Oh, we're going all in though. We're going all in. I'm gonna find who owns that property and I'm gonna send them a fucking letter or an email. I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna find a phone number and I'm gonna call them. Landlord McFumblebag. He needs to know. Or she. Whoever owns that place needs to know. Oh yeah, he wasn't working on it. He acted like, oh, I won't. He said, I won't send over the contract then. Like he's got it right in his hand. He was just about to send it 45 minutes late. Fuck you, bitch. Too stupid. Dude, because this guy's a content creator, I should do an expose on the show about him tonight. This might be fun to do because we could watch some of his tips on how to be a landlord videos that he makes. And then I could just drop the DMs, you know? I could just drop the DMs and show how retarded this dude is. Maybe that would be a smart idea. He fucked over a person that's got a voice. He's a content creator, man. Let's go check out what this landlord knows about shit. I like that. I like that, Holmes. Oh yeah, top video. How to leave a client on the hook and ultimately talk yourself out of a deal. Yeah, I know. How to procrastinate yourself out of $24,000. Yeah. Amelia looked him up today and found out he's one of these fucking influencer landlord guys that, oh, here's how you make money. Here's how you do this. Here's how you buy a house. Here's how you manage your property. How about here's how you fill out a fucking contract in 2 weeks, retard? Yeah, you're probably right. But you're probably right, bro. The vindictive streak. You know what, E-Train? I'm gonna fucking mod you, bro, because you have the wisdom or something, bro. Because you're fucking giving me the business today, and you know what? You're gonna get modded for it. That's twice today that you fucking called into question my initial reaction. Yeah, connections in the area. You might be just you might just be a millionaire that's got nothing better to do than to sue people for defamation. You're right. Better to just send the complaint to the fucking board, send a letter to his fucking tenant, and be done. Be done with it. It's not defamation if it's true. Yeah, but I would have to fucking retain a lawyer and fight that in court. You've been good today, E-Train. You notice when Paul's ego is going down a road that maybe he's worked. You're good today. You've been on point, and I appreciate it. Because that's smart. I get vindictive sometimes. I really do, man. When people are fucking stupid and fuck me over, I get vindictive. I really do. I have a streak, man. But you're right. It's punishment enough that now he's got that house on the line. And he's going to have to explain to his owner why. He'll make up a story. Oh, that guy was just a fake. You know what I mean? But really, what he did was fuck off a gold star tenant. And I want to let that person that owns the house know that. I'm going to send them our background check because we've got a full background check that we did for another guy that we got a copy of. I'm going to send them that. I'm going to send them my credit score. I'm going to send them my banking information. And I'm going to send them every communication from this dude. Every one of them. Every email, every hilariously mishandled contract. I'm going to get it all put together in a big info dump. And that'll be that. But that'll be that, though. I think that's correct. I don't want to I don't want any more further contact with this guy. As far as I'm considered, our business is almost finished. All that has to be done is a complaint to the board that certifies him to manage properties and a complaint to the person that owns his property, letting them know how he cost them money and that he has allowed a gold star tenant to go by the wayside as a result of his intransigence and stupidity. I know that. I mean, that the land or the person that owns the house might go like, "Damn, all right, well, I'll do a contract with you. How's that?" But yeah, he might have connections down there or something. I might have already hurt myself pulling out of it. That's the fucked up thing about moving to a tiny little town. It's like, yeah, I don't know anything about this dude. You know what I mean? I don't know if dad's got money and he's backing up the whole venture and floating the money or whatever, but like he clearly doesn't need my money, which is weird for him to be in the business of getting people's money when he doesn't need the money. But yeah, something was fishy with it. I don't know what was fishy with it. My dude, as a paranoiac, I could spin a million different fucking narratives out of it, but I think it was just sheer incompetence. Incompetence and laziness. You know, the bane of good business. So, what are you gonna do? But at this point, yeah, dude, all of this like theory crafting about what I would do to make this right, and the fact that this guy didn't have a single thought like that in his head and couldn't make it happen, dude, you got, E-Train was right. Like, do I want to be locked into a year-long contract with this moron? The answer was no. Yeah, he's not hungry. Not hungry enough for the money. So you know what? I think that, like, I don't know. I have to talk to my wife about it, but I think that my plans have just changed. I think we are going to start the process of just purchasing. Because if I just purchase a plot of land down there with a nice little house on it, then all these motherfuckers can eat rocks for all I care. Get a little outskirts piece of land, my little acre, my little house, fuck yourself. I'd rather the money go towards that, right, than land in the pocket of a dude like that. It's probably Christian too. I'm not gonna dig into. I don't know the dude from Adam, and it's not my intent to fucking know the dude any further. But just absurd, man. It's just like, dude, your whole life on hold for a fucking incompetent moron that just can't do a literal, like, dude, it's like monkey. A monkey could make a contract, dude. You hit the button, you double check it. It's monkey level. And this dude monkey fumbled the monkey bag twice, dude. He had me on the hook last week for 24 grand. Fumbled the bag. Couldn't get it to me by the end of the week. Told me he'd get it to me at the beginning of the day. Fumbled the bag again. At the beginning of this week, fumbled that bag. Then told me last night, oh, we'll get it done in the morning, bro, I promise. And when I texted him, it was nonchalant, like, oh yeah, I'll run in and get it done. Fumble 3. Where do you own at, Junkbot? If you don't mind me asking, you ain't got to tell. I'm not trying to dox you out, but what area of Cali? I'm just wondering. Because my whole mindset about this shit is starting to fucking evolve, bro. Like, I'm not in the best position to buy right now, but I'm not in the worst either. I mean, the fucking prices are absurd. The interest rates are supposed to be dropping soon, but they're still absurd, and they're going to be absurd after the drop. So it's not like A1 timing or anything, but I'm just starting to think that maybe that's what's going to have to happen. You know, I don't know any other way to do it. You know, maybe that's what we're going to have to figure out. So. Sid Vicious is dead. Aw, poor Sid Vicious. Well, palm trees. I love palm trees, man. SoCal close to San Diego. Gotcha. I'm looking in the opposite direction. But man, if you own a couple acres near San Diego, bro, that's prime. That's actually really nice, bro. Congrats on that. Yeah, I'm looking to not go that direction. I don't feel the future of south towards the equator is good. So I'm going north, man. But yeah, I get your point. All of this shit, dude, is just different to me. I just don't understand it, man. I have this like blue collar ethic that when I see it fucking like transgressed against by business people, it just boils me, dude. Because, you know, the big thing about unionized labor that people don't understand is that union people work hard, harder than you'd think, harder than they need to. Because their success is tied to the company's success via their contract. You get a contract, you not only fulfill it, you give 115% because you want that company to profit more next year. So when that contract comes up again, you can go like, look at the value. Look at the value our hard, good faith labor has created, right? So there's this incredible work ethic built into a blue collar mentality that just doesn't exist in certain people. And I feel like there's something missing from them culturally. Living here in the United States, it's like to fumble the bag that hard, dude. I would be heart sick. You guys understand? I would be heart sick to fumble the bag that fucking hard. If I was sitting there and this morning I woke up crusty-eyed to a text going like, hey man, got that contract ready? And I fumbled 24 grand? Bro, I'd be heart sick over that. I'd be like, oh my God. I wouldn't be shitty and it's self-righteous. Some people just like that's supposed to be like something that teaches you. You know how like pain is the greatest teacher? You get kicked right in the nuts, right, by something. You learn not to approach it that way again, right? You're young and you approach a donkey from the rear and pull its tail and you get kicked in the stomach and all the wind knocked out of you and you break a rib. You probably learn not to go around the backside of a donkey, but I feel like capitalism allows people to fail and not learn from it. They get self-righteous about it. Paul, what you don't realize is that our blue-collar attitude is so uncommon but so missed because it makes so much sense. It's fucking sad, yeah. I don't know how to say it, bro. I'm a working person. I worked hard my whole life. I now own my own business, and I work hard at my own business. I fulfill my obligations at my business. You know, I don't keep people on a hook in my business. I deliver what I promise in my business. And when I do business with other people, I'm good faith in my end of it. I bring the money, I bring the credentials, I give access when it's asked so they can verify. I submit to background checks, I submit to credit checks. I do what's asked of me, and I do it happily. Because to me, I'm not a capitalist guy, I'm not a pro-capitalist dude, but I live in a capitalist society. And I feel capitalism, if it's going to work at all, works best when both parties on a transaction are being in good faith. You benefit and I benefit. I get something I want, you get something you need. I'm a union welder, dude, and it's painful to really relate to non-union normies and company simps. I can only imagine, dude. It only allows some people to fail. Yeah, but it allows them to fail up. Other tradesmen are the only people I can have something in common with and tolerate. Yeah, I can understand that, dude. I'm starting to get so pushed away politically from the left, from the right, from the blue, from the red. And it's just like labor for the last 5 years of my life has been like a beacon. It's like forgotten lore in my life. It was like, oh, that's right. The way you conduct yourself is the basis of a blue collar ethic. And it's being subverted every day. You know? Every transaction you make, every interaction you have with a governmental body, every interaction you have with a landlord or somebody else that's got power in your life, you're reminded that it's broken, right? You bring good faith, and they bring intransigence, laziness, and self-righteousness and stupidity to the board. They offer that up, and you're supposed to happily sit around and wait for them to figure it out. Be on the hook for them weeks and weeks and weeks. A lot of union talk going around your job. Well, be careful with that. I'm not saying stop it. I'm saying be fucking smart about it, because certain companies will union bust. It's still completely possible for companies to union bust, and there's very little recourse that you have. So be very careful about it. Use non-company communications, non-company networks. Don't make stuff, don't talk about that stuff openly in front of company people. Keep it fucking low key. Get yourself one of those fucking like shady ass drug dealer apps. You know what I mean? Yeah. Approach local and national unions and see if your fucking shop fits and do it right. Don't get blown out, because the company will bust you out if they think you're talking union shit. Reach out to a national, the fucking SEIU, Service Employees International Union. That's a good start. The Teamsters is also really known for putting on small unions under the banner of the Teamsters. And you can't do much better than the Teamsters. So those are two ideas. There's also the IAW, less effective, international, the international IWW, the International Workers of the World, less effective, but good for resources. Yeah. Get an umbrella before you step in the rain. Exactly. You know? What force on earth is weaker than the meager force of one? But the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. A working person is protected when they're under the umbrella of a union. Before they are under the umbrella of the union, they're subject to the tender mercies of the company, and you have to remember that. The company gets wind, if loose lips sink ships and all that. If you got a company simp that's listening, somebody you're not sure about you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be fucking, I'm just saying do it right, you know? Do it right. You gonna come out, Mr. Fuzzy Ass? Alright. Welcome out. It's gonna be pretty hot today, Mr. Fuzzy Ass. I'm sorry for that. But there's really nothing I can do about it. I didn't choose the temps. But it's still pretty good in the shade, Mr. Fuzzy Ass. Ah. Oh, this chair is imbued with more than my sweat. My tears, other bodily fluids, probably a duty stain or two, countless farts pushed through the slats of the wood in it. Yes, this wood is truly Paul's ego stained. It is almost a part of me at this point. It is almost indistinguishable from a part of my body at this point. Yeah, gooch sweat. You know. Alexander knows. What a do, blind programmer. I love blind programmer, man. I assume he's actually blind. And so not to call you out on the spot, blind programmer, but it's cool, you know, that I always try and make sure that, because that I catch your questions and stuff. Yeah. You're very good at like doing this, you know what I mean? It just, I'm not trying to fucking, like I said, I'm not trying to talk about it out of school or whatever, but for me, it's like super cool, you know, that you're able to do, like engage in the chat in the way that you do. That's awesome. Paul's ego, you were right about people who call their pets fur babies. All right, well, whatever. Yeah, it is a little weird. I think it would be funny if he just typed nonsense and let autocorrect take its course. Yeah. No, it's just like the rig for that, right? I know that there are Braille keyboards that, you know, the Braille will pop up and change as you go, right? And then there's text to speech. So, or speech to text, right? Screen readers, yeah. I've accidentally turned those on before, yeah. I accidentally hit the hotkey combination for those before. What's wrong with fur babies? I don't know. I mean, it's cute. Like I'll say that kind of shit to my mom, but the people that are like believe that, that's a whole different thing, right? Like Dinor is my friend. He's my furry little friend, okay? And he is my baby because I raised him. But the whole idea of fur babies, I don't know. There are just some people that are into it a little much. It's a little millennial, yeah, for me. That's really cool. Yeah. I'm sure as a blind person, you're used to able-bodied people being like, ooh, how did he do that? How, you know, like probably gets old. So I'm sorry for that. I imagine it would. Some people actually think their pets are the same as having kids. Yeah. That's starting to edge on delusion. Now, here's the thing. Philosophically, I treat them as such. I consider Amelia and Cricket and Dinor to be my family. They are a part of my family. They're an important part of my family. But I know that they're animals. They're not human beings. They have different brains and different needs, and they're more autonomous than a child would be. And so it's not the same thing, you know? And there are some people that don't know that. Or don't think that. There was a troll in high school, turn on the text-to-speech. Oh, yeah. That was something that I was a tech guy for a public school system. Network systems administrator was my title, but really I was just a tech monkey. And that was one of the things that I learned early on. I worked with Apple computers mostly. And, you know, educational Apple computers. The iMac, the eMac, the old Blueberry iMac. Those kind of computers is what I learned. So OS 8 through OS 10, 11 is when I knew how to do shit, you know. And that was one of the first things I learned at my job was how to disable at the account level keyboard shortcuts and shit like that, because kids will just turn on the text to speech, turn on sticky keys and all this other bullshit, you know. So it was one of the first things I had to learn on the job was how to, you know, at the account level that was, you know, fed by the server blade. So all the accounts basically existed on the server and the machines were just a contact point for that. I learned how to disable, you know, all keyboard shortcuts and any way around the kind of system. Control Alt Arrow, yeah. Brian, you're gone. Enjoy that band, bro. Hold that L. Cherish that L, bud. Cherish that whimsical, whimsical L. Band. The amount of work that went into that troll job just to throw it away. I know. I didn't even read the whole thing. As soon as I got to the word Kegel, I was like, oh, it's one of those like attempted copy pastas where he wants me to read out all this shit. It's just like he put all that work in and the whole account is burned now. Now he's got to go make a whole new account. I love it. It's fantastic. D, you ain't gotta go. You know better. That's just your friend. And she has a little bark here, and she has a little bark there. So do you. But it doesn't have to be a duo. Just let your friend sing. Your friend lets you sing. It's okay. He'll probably slither back. Well, I've got him blocked now, so I blocked him on my email and I blocked him on my shit. Got them all saved, but blocked. So any slithering back he does will be beneath my notice. So you know that YouTube has limited the number of accounts you can have at one time. Well, can't they just close accounts and open them though? Like, can't they just like, oh, all these are burned, let me close them and just make some new troll accounts? Like, why don't they link the activity on sub accounts to the main account and ban them at the Google level? So you lose your Google account, you lose your fucking your Gmail account, you lose your YouTube account. Like, why don't they do that? It's got to be clear to them that some people are just creating troll accounts to come back and back and back and make their site unwatchable, unlistenable, unthinkable, right? Why don't they just link, all of those accounts are underneath a mother Google account. Why don't they just link the activity of these shitty troll accounts to the mother account and ban that? It's way harder to just go and create an entire new Google identity over and over again. I really enjoyed your Thomas Midgley Jr. episode. Oh, cool. I'm glad you liked that. Yeah, that one ended up being way cool. That one, a patron requested it with a big giant dono on a public onion nuggets. I think it was, yeah, it was our Air Force guy. And he asked us to do that, and I did it. You know, it was a couple weeks ago that we filmed it. It's been in the bank, but yeah, no, it came out a couple days ago. It's good. Interesting, like, story about a not that interesting guy, I guess, you know. A guy that would be kind of under the radar, vice president of this, and he did that, but like really extraordinary dude and had a horrible, kind of terrifying impact on the planet. And that's pretty cool. I mean, not cool, you know. I just think it's cool to learn about people like that have had a disproportionate impact, whether they meant to or not. And Midgley is I think one environmentalist said he's the single most destructive organism that's ever existed on the planet Earth. That's good stuff. Paul, wouldn't that limit their metrics they use to sell ads? After all, Google is an advertising company. I mean, yeah, that's why they don't do it. They do it because that person's eyeballs and engagement on all those multiple accounts are worth more money than making their fucking site useful and getting rid of Nazis and scumbags and concerned trolls and sea lions and just people that are just out there to fuck up the discourse. Like, all of their rules are against that, but enforcing those rules would ultimately probably cost them money. And so that's why it doesn't get done. How much to request an episode? I might donate to get one. I mean, we don't have a standard thing. It's not something we usually do, but the guy that requested it is a constant donator, supporter guy. You know what I mean? It's Devin Peterson. Devin Peterson, I think is his name. And he's an Air Force guy. And he's very generous and stuff. And it's just, you know, we don't really do that. But like, we do allow become a patron. That's the way. If you become a patron, we do threads pretty often where we go, hey, what kind of shows do you guys want to see for your patrons, old school kind of deep fat fried episodes? And we will pull from those quite often. So yeah, that's the best way to do it. Become a patron. It gives you direct feedback to us. We all read that stuff. We read the comments there. We read the fucking DMs and stuff that you send there. So yeah, we do polls and we try and do, you know, fan service kind of shows and do the ones that you guys like to see. And there's like there's got to be like 3,000 or 4,000 videos there. Full length, you know, shows of an hour or more. All kinds of side content going back almost fucking 7 years now. It's fucking crazy, bro. It's crazy. Somebody needs to hire this man. I'm not on the job market, bro. I'm self-employed. I'm not looking to be hired unless you got a good deal. I'll do some contract fucking voice work for you or something. But my fave episode from sorry, weed please. My favorite episode from a content standpoint, from like a creation standpoint, was the Jeffrey Dahmer episode we did probably 5 years ago. I fell face first into that. I wanted to do an episode about him, but I didn't just want to I wanted to try and find an angle that wasn't just like, look at this monster, Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, I wanted us to try, as a bunch of lay people, to the best of our ability, to try and understand how something like Jeffrey Dahmer happens. How a person that has, on the surface, a relatively normal upbringing, seemingly normal father and family, right, on the surface, how does that person end up being, you know, one of the most notorious serial killers in American history and world history? How does that happen? And I think I did a good job with that. I don't know that we answered it definitively, but I think I did a good job at digging, and I really got like sucked into the research of that. Ended up reading his father's whole book, Jeffrey Dahmer's father wrote a book about, a memoir about his childhood and Jeff's childhood and all that. And it's kind of a piece of lost media-ish. I had to find a kind of a shady yo-ho-ho, put on your eye patch kind of download of a PDF of it, because I couldn't find anywhere to order it from that wasn't wanting like $180 for a paperback, you know what I mean? I ended up finding one and ordering it, but it was after I'd found the PDF. I found the PDF in the interim while it was on my way, and I don't think I have it anymore. I think I got fucking lost in a move or something. But I read the whole thing via PDF, and it was really insightful. Really insightful. Like, on, Jeff's childhood. It gave insight. It was like the question becomes, is it nature or nurture? And that really is the unsolvable question, right? When you talk about people that do extreme transgressive things, were they born that way? Was Jeffrey Dahmer born to be a killer? Or was he made a killer by circumstance and by consequence of his parents not doing a good job and his teachers not doing a good job and his friends not recognizing the problem? And like, was Jeffrey just failed by the system to the point that allowed his illness to blossom into this horrible, grisly thing? Or was Jeffrey just that way anyway, And the answer, I don't think, is black and white. I don't think it's either one or the other. I think it's a blend. It's kind of like what we found out in that episode, I think. It's like there's no answer to that, because one of the interesting things that we found out in that episode that really I don't hear anybody talk about when they talk about Jeffrey Dahmer is in his book, in his memoir, Jeff's father talks about how when he was a teenager, he had extreme destructive fantasies. He was obsessed with fire. He would light things on fire. He figured out chemical compounds that would light fires on their own, and he would play with that. And he had these like feelings of wanting to burn people. And he doesn't talk about it super at length, but he says, those were all wrapped up in his like masturbatory fantasy as well. So his sexuality, in the same way that Jeff's sexuality was wrapped up in his pathology. Now, his father never became an arsonist, never killed anybody. He channeled that propensity for fascination and chemical interaction and fire and stuff into a career. He was a chemical research scientist and a chemical engineer. So he channeled all of that kind of negative, dark energy into something that ended up feeding that, right? And Jeff just never did. He talks about in his book how Jeff was a lot like him, how Jeff was obsessed with death from an early age, how Jeff would ask questions that are kind of eyebrow-raising in context when he was young. He gives this amazing passage in the book about how, his entire, like basically when Jeffrey did what he did, it wasn't just his adult self that died to me. It was his entire childhood, because everything now becomes shrouded in this just like dark portent. So when Jeffrey, when he was 6 and he pointed at his belly button and asked me about it, and he said he wanted to get a knife and cut it out, was that just a 6-year-old being, weird and curious, or was that the sign of something dark growing in Jeffrey? When we found a dead possum and it was reduced to bones underneath the house, and we dragged it out, and Jeff was just mystified by the bones, and was that a sign that there was something dark in him growing? Or was it just a kid being a kid, showing normal child curiosity about things, right? That's the question. I don't think you can answer it. So my phone, I started this at like half today because I wanted this other phone open for this fucking lease that never was. But I'm going to start another stream for a little while, but I have to switch over. I wish there was a way for me to just switch phones, but there's not. So I'm going to end this one. If you'll see me pop up again. So just, or just watch the channel, and I'll come back. I'll be back in a sec, but my phone's going to die, and I don't want to run a fucking cord out here. So fuck you.